When everyone's attention was on Tesla and BYD a few years ago, Toyota engineers were working quietly behind the scenes. And today, the same work is going to shake the entire EV industry. Actually, we are talking about Toyota's motor technology, Blue Nexus e-axle, hearing which you might think that it would be just another motor. But in reality, this technology can change the game of the EV market. Imagine when other companies were focusing only on battery and range. Toyota was engaged in a secret project in which power, efficiency, and reliable performance, all three were packed together. This is the reason why Blue Nexus e-axle is being called the secret weapon of EV motors. The question is, what special technology has Toyota put in this motor due to which there is a stir in the EV market even today, and will this technology be able to compete with big companies like Tesla and BYD? In this video, we will reveal the real secret, but believe me, what you are about to know will keep you hooked till the end. So before you proceed further in the video, subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such videos. While everyone's eyes were on brands like Tesla and BYD, Toyota slowly took a step back and thought about its move. But before we get to the real power of that new Blue Nexus e-axle motor, it is important to know the first thing. What is Toyota's real market position? And how did they have to move from gasoline to EV? In 2024, Toyota sold roughly 1.08 core vehicles worldwide. The entire EV segment accounted for only about 0.5% of this. That is about 1.4 lakh electric vehicles. This number may sound a little disappointing, but understand that this is just the beginning. When the rest of the world was already running towards EV, on the other hand, Toyota's hybrid models performed strongly. Their sales grew by 21% globally. In a major market like the US, the share of electrified vehicles, hybrid plug-in hybrid, BEV, reached 44%, reflecting Toyota's strategic intelligent approach. Toyota had a similar approach. Rather than jumping to all EVs by abandoning gasoline engines right away, they thought hybrids were most effective as a bridge. That's why cars like the Prius have been the company's leader for so long. And they set big goals. 30 models and 3.5 million EVs sold annually by 2030. But now the target has been pushed back a bit to about 800,000 EVs in 2026. But that doesn't mean Toyota is backing down. They're taking slow but sure steps in this direction. In fact, Toyota now plans to increase the number of EV models to 15 and build 1 million EVs annually by 2027. This means that Toyota's move is now becoming clear, from hybrid to electric with full preparation, but with intelligence. What is Blue Nexus e-axle? Let's now talk about the technology that has made Toyota a topic of discussion again in the EV race. Blue Nexus e-axle. The name suggests that it would be a simple motor, but in reality, it is not just a motor, but a complete drive system. In simple terms, e-axle is an all-in-one power unit that packs everything that is needed to run an electric vehicle. While other companies design and fit the motor, inverter, and gearbox separately, Toyota has put all three of these in a single compact package in this e-axle. This reduces the weight of the vehicle, saves space, and gives more performance. Now, let's take a look at its parts. The first is the motor. This is the same part that rotates the wheels using the electricity obtained from the battery. But this motor is not ordinary. It is specially designed to give high-efficiency performance so that more power is obtained with less electricity. The second part is the inverter. You can think of it as a brain because the current that comes from the battery is direct current, DC. But the motor needs alternating current, AC, to run. The job of the inverter is to change that current and supply it to the motor in the right manner. This inverter controls the power and decides how fast the vehicle will run and how smooth it will be. The third part is the gearbox. This is the same system that transmits the power coming out of the motor to the wheels in the right proportion. If there is no gearbox, then no matter how much power the motor gives, its proper benefit will not reach the wheels. The most special thing about the Blue Nexus e-axle is its compact and lightweight design. Earlier, where these three things had to be fitted separately and took up more space, now the e-axle has combined them all together and made them so small that it can be easily fitted in any EV. Its advantage is seen not only in the design, but also in the performance of the car and the efficiency of the battery. When the car is light, The load on the battery will be less, and this directly means more range. Toyota and Blue E Nexus have made it in different power levels. That means different versions for every segment, from small cars to SUVs. This is why it is called a versatile technology. And not only this, the cooling system in this E-axle is also advanced so that the motor does not heat up during high speeds or long journeys, and continues to give smooth performance. Blue E Nexus axle is a pack in which the motor gives power. The inverter controls, like the brain and the gearbox, transmits that power to the wheels properly. This is the reason why it is called a complete drive system and not just a motor. And this is the smart move of Toyota, which has the potential to make it a big player in the EV industry. Again, the secret of technology. Let us now understand in depth the secret of this special technology of Toyota. How does Blue E Nexus E-axle work, and why is it being called the secret weapon of the EV world? If we understand it in simple language, then this technology is based on three big things: compact design, high efficiency, and advanced cooling system. These three together make it different from other motors and help in giving more power to the vehicles in less space. First of all, let's talk about the compact design. Till now, most EV companies used to fit the motor, inverter, and gearbox separately. This not only took up more space, but also increased the weight of the car. But Toyota and Blue E Nexus changed the game. They put all three parts together in a single package and made it so small that it can easily fit in any vehicle. This simply means that engineers do not need much space, and designers get more space for batteries and other things inside the vehicle. This is why Toyota's new EVs nowadays look lighter, more spacious, and more flexible in design. Now, let's come to high efficiency. The biggest problem with EVs has always been how to use the power coming out of the battery in a smart way. If the power is used more, the range will decrease, and the car will have to be charged again and again. But the magic of axle is that it uses electricity very intelligently from the combination of motor and inverter. The inverter does not just change the current, but controls that power in such a way that the motor can give more output even with less power. The result, the battery of the vehicle lasts longer, and the driving range automatically increases. This is why Toyota claims that vehicles with E-axle can travel farther than EVs of other companies with the same battery capacity. The third and most important aspect is the cooling system. Usually, when the motor and inverter run continuously, heat is generated. If the cooling system is not good, the motor may overheat, performance may drop, and the vehicle may have problems midway. But the cooling system of axle is so advanced that it continuously removes heat. Its advantage is twofold. One is that the motor keeps running smoothly for a long time, and secondly, the vehicle keeps performing without any problem, even in difficult conditions like high-speed driving or hilly areas. This is why Toyota calls this technology reliable. Now, just imagine when space is being saved in a car, the battery is lasting longer, and the motor is not getting heated. Then how much better the driving experience will be. This is the real secret of E-axle. More power in less space. And power does not only mean speed, but also the smooth drive that every driver wants. Toyota has designed this E-axle in different power levels. This means that this technology can be used in small city cars, to large SUVs, and even hybrid trucks. This versatility makes it different from other motor technologies. While Tesla makes different motors for its vehicles and BYD focuses on its battery technology, Toyota has created a system that can fit in every type of vehicle. Another big advantage of this is customer cost. When everything is packed in a single unit, manufacturing becomes cheaper. This means that in the future, the cost of Toyota's EVs will also remain under control. And this is what will make it more attractive in the market. Imagine when one EV company says that the motor, gearbox, and inverter are separate in our vehicle, and another says that all three are packed together in our vehicle and are more efficient. Then which one will you choose? Obviously, most people will be drawn towards this new technology of Toyota, power and performance. Now, let's talk about the part that makes every car lover's heart beat faster: power and performance. After all, people like any electric vehicle only when it not only runs comfortably, but also feels powerful. And this is where Toyota's Blue E Nexus axle shows its true strength. First of all, understand what is the game of power output and torque. The biggest feature of EVs is that as soon as you press the accelerator, the motor immediately gives full torque. This means that the car starts running in a jiffy. There is no delay or gear-changing problems in between.